My name is Christopher Novinski, and I'm a senior studying sculpture at the University of North Texas. As my concentration describes, I tend to create work more on the three-dimensional side of the spectrum. My favorite medium to work with is wood, and that is mainly because of its versatility. You can use 2x4s for framing a wall, nice hardwoods for a beautiful desk where the grain itself is the main attraction, or you can carve it into really any shape that your mind can dream up. For a very hard and strong material, it's also a very flexible one. For a better understanding of how my work expresses itself, allow me to give some background into my creative process. So, I basically grew up in my grandfather's workshop since the age of 4, and I was always around because I was always curious. I wanted to help because that's kind of what kids do at that age. And as I grew older, I just wanted to watch. I wanted to see how anything worked, and I wanted to watch the process because I wanted to learn. Seeing someone create something only made me want to attempt that same object that he or she made, and I take that as a challenge. A test to my limits, if you will. So, imagine working with your hands, shaving down wood with a hand plane, chiseling out a mortise, or hand sanding the scratches away from the wood surface. Can you see any progress? Could you feel satisfaction or frustration? Did the wood split? Were you impatient? Did it break apart because you sanded too much away? Did you have to fix something because you didn't stop sooner than you should have? These are the questions I ask myself during this process, and especially afterwards. How could I have done that differently? Remember, it's not always about success, because even in failure, the real success is found in the discovery of something new. Now, the process may just sound like the physical making, but it's not. The process is verbal, mental, and the physical. You cannot have a complete process without all of them. Not that they are required, but because you will think. You will talk, whether to yourself, with your peers, professors, or family or friends. And while doing that, you will be making something, whether it be a sketch, a model, or the final object that you dreamt up. It will just be. With this philosophy in place, I have addressed site-specific artworks. I take into consideration the size of the material and what I can use it for, but also to determine how it fits into a certain space. And I mainly like to create the piece for a certain location. It gives it a real purpose.